Before the sun awakens the sky, the jungle breathes in shadows. Mist drapes the forest floor like a secret yet to be revealed. Every rustle, every distant call carries a question. Who moves? Who watches? In the faint blue light of the early hours, time seems to slow. Predators melt into darkness, prey listens with held breath, and ancient trees stand as silent witness to stories unseen. This is the jungle at its most mysterious, where suspense hangs in the air and the day waits quietly for life to announce itself. As we journey deeper into the core of Gothangaon, the forest makes us wander, not just through space, but through hope and doubt. Will it our purpose be fulfilled? We are here for a miracle few ever witness, a legendary tigress and the five cubs. Five cubs in a single litter, an occurrence so rare that in the tiger world it borders on myth. With every passing minute, we keep wondering and guessing, will we be lucky enough? Somewhere in the vast wilderness, a mother guards her young, and if fate allows, the jungle may choose to reveal its secret to us today. Gothangaon Gate is one of the three gates of Umred Karhandla Wildlife Sanctuary. The other two gates are Karhandla Gate and Pawnee Gate. Declared as a wildlife sanctuary on June 29, 2012 with an area of approximately 189 square kilometer. It spans across Nagpur district and Bhandara district in Maharashtra. Its purpose was to conserve the rich biodiversity, including significant tiger populations linking with the other protected areas and boosting local tourism. Significantly, it serves as an important habitat and corridor for tigers and other large mammals like leopards, sloth bears, and gores, connecting to the other reserves, especially as a corridor for Tadoba. The fact that Umred Karhandla's forests provide a series of corridors that link the various tiger reserves like Bor, Tadoba, and Nagpur is proven through the fact that Jai, Umred's legendary male tiger, traveled over 100 kilometers to reach Umred from his natal home in Nagzira. A second tiger, the radio-collared Kala's movement proved that Umred was acting as a connecting corridor with Tadoba. This jungle boasts of a very rich flora and fauna population. Apart from Bengal tiger, Umred Karhandla Wildlife Sanctuary is also home to Indian leopard, Indian bison gaur, sloth bear, sambar deer, spotted deer, wild boar, jackals, and wild dogs, and many others. There is also a chance to see the elusive jungle cat and several other species of smaller carnivores. For bird lovers, there are more than 90 known species of birds. Some of them are migratory and some are residents. We were here in April, and the birds that we see mostly are the resident birds that we see here, like the great egret, little egret, grey heron. The presence of water bodies attracts a lot of migratory birds every year when they visit India for a warmer wintering ground. So, if you are a bird lover, you may want to schedule your visit sometime between December to February to get a feast of birds in these water holes. The sanctuary is also home to over 19 species of reptiles, out of which some are endangered. Indian cobra, Russell's viper, Indian rock python, checkered needleback, and monitor lizard are some of the common species of reptiles that one gets to see here. The rich flora of the forest is predominantly characterized by southern tropical dry deciduous variety with a rich variety of tree, shrub and grass species. The forest canopy is dominated by teak and bamboo. You'll also get to see some tendu and mahua trees as well, apart from some of the other trees like Indian coast tree, semal, palash, tiwas. Herb shrubs and grasses also dominate a large part of the jungle, including the most dreaded lantana which is present in parts of the jungle. Varieties of grass are predominantly the Kushal, Kunda, Guhar, Hariyal, and Mushan grass, which you'll get to see in this jungle. While tracking animals in the jungle, at times you get the support of clues like alarm calls of deer, langur, maybe pug marks, traces of excreta of the mammals, and that helps you to track the animals. Our guide suggested that near these shrubs adjacent to the lake, because that's where most of the time the cubs have been found playing. So it's important that you position yourself well, because if they emerge, you should be in a position to capture them through your camera. Hence, we tried the positioning to the best of our guide's anticipation. One of the gypsies in front of us moved a bit. The camera of the person in the gypsy went up. We could gauge something is emerging there. Yes, one of the cubs came out. And then, slowly, behind him, the others followed. And what a sight. Five of them in a playful mood beside the lake. A sight to remember, and I don't know whether a similar sight will get repeated ever again. Five tiger cubs playing, teasing, and engaging in such a jovial engagement between them. A few hundred meters away from where the playful cubs were enjoying amongst themselves was this herd of deer with a fawn along with them. That's the beauty of the jungle, the balance that it creates. The cubs went inside. The jungle fell silent again. It's important that you are lucky enough to get a good guide who knows how the jungle behaves, how the animals move. And we were lucky to have one. Our guide asked the gypsy driver to position the gypsy at a particular place. Based on his experience, he said that's possibly the area from which F2, the mother, is likely to emerge. And it exactly happened that way. In a while, F2 came jogging out from the shrubs, and it was anticipating something to emerge from the other side and went ahead and positioned herself. It so seemed that possibly she and her cubs were driving a deer towards a particular direction, and seeing the movement of the deer, F2 took a roundabout route and came and was waiting there. She waited for a while, and then, seeing nothing emerging out from the shrubs, she chose to go back and take a look.
ভালো লাইটটা ভালো
We were ready for our afternoon safari. It begins at 3 pm. Please check out the safari timings because it changes from season to season. From 1st April to 30th June, the safari timings in most of the Maharashtra national parks are from 5:30 am in the morning to 9:30 am and then 3 pm to 7 pm.
कल और परसों 2 दिन तो निकली नहीं शाम में कल तो निकली थी नहीं 7 बजे को 10 मिनट टाइम था वहाँ तक रुके हम वहाँ कॉल कंटिन्यू थे पास में बिल्कुल लेकिन वो निकली नहीं क्योंकि वो नाला है उसके पीछे जहाँ रहती है वहाँ और ठंडा वातावरण है पानी भी है वो नाले में तो कुछ कील किया होगा उधर इसलिए वो अंदर ही रहती है 6:30 बजे गए तो निकलती नहीं में कंटिन्यू मूवमेंट हो रहा है
कल भी सुबह हुआ ना
हाँ कल सुबह वही एरिया में वो तालाब
stags engage in fights using their antlers primarily for reproductive success. These fights, most common during the annual mating season known as the rut, help establish a dominance hierarchy, allowing the strongest and the fittest males to secure access to females and pass on their genes. Here it seems more like a mock one, but often this becomes extremely serious fights and leads to even death and severe injuries amongst the male leaders.
धूप में तो कोई नहीं है नहीं कुछ दिखते नहीं गरम बहुत है.
It looked like a family of sambar deer out there in the water body. While their primary diet consists of grasses and shrubs, but they are opportunistic feeders and incorporate water plants, algae, roots as part of their diet. In fact, often they are seen feeding on aquatic vegetation, which helps to regulate their body temperature and also acts as a defensive strategy against their predators.
रहने वाले जो गांव है उसका पुनर्वासन हो गया.
Long-standing wish for me while in safaris in the jungles has been to see this incredible predators, the wild dogs. Luck has always eluded me. Little did I know that Gothangaon will gift me my first sighting of wild dogs, and that too for a wonderfully long period. Initially, we thought it was the lone wild dog which was out there. Curiously enough, it was running after the birds in the water body. Was it giving them a mock charge? Or was he meaning to seriously attack them? Kept us guessing. But I was left in awe of my first sighting of this most dangerous creature or carnivore that most herbivores are afraid of in the jungle. And then a second wild dog came within our frame.
बस बहुत बड़ा झुंड. पांचटा. আরেকটা
একটাকে তো দেখতে পাচ্ছি.
And then the entire flock emerged. There would be possibly more than 10 of them, including the young pups, along with the adult ones. The Indian wild dogs are also known as Dholes. They are adaptable and thrive in a variety of landscapes, including dense forests, open grasslands, which is ideal for group hunting, and mountainous terrains. They are actually the apex predators of a jungle, meaning they play a crucial role in maintaining the ecosystem by controlling the herbivorous population of the jungle. They are mainly day hunters, unlike most of the predators who are nocturnal. Wild dogs hunt mostly during the days, and their primary prey are spotted deer, sambar and barking deer, wild boar, and even calves of Indian gods. The most dreaded part of getting caught by a wild dog pack is they don't kill the prey and then eat them. They start eating the prey even as they are alive. And that's why possibly the preys fear the wild dogs more than possibly any other predator, because the death they receive is a torturous one. And suddenly, through my lens, I spot a herd of deer behind the wild dogs, emerging, slowly walking towards where the wild dogs were. They didn't have a notion that what lies ahead of them. We kept wondering, will they further walk down? Will we be witness to one of the rare scenes Yeah, I know it's a gruesome scene of wild dog pack attacking a deer. We waited with bated breath as the deer slowly moved ahead.
ডিয়ারগুলো দেখতে পাচ্ছে না ওয়াইল্ড ডগগুলোকে, এগিয়ে আসছে পুরো ওয়াইল্ড ডগের সামনে একদম। ওয়াইল্ড ডগটা চুপ করে বসে আছে। ইশাটা দুটো ওয়াইল্ড ডগ রেডি। ডিয়ারটা কোথায় গেল? হ্যাঁ, এগোচ্ছে এবার ওয়াইল্ড ডগগুলো ডিয়ারের দিকে। এগোচ্ছে। ডিয়ারটা কোথায় গেল?
The wild dog pack seemed to have taken note of the fact that there is a herd of deer emerging, and soon they turned around. But as we looked around, we couldn't trace the deers again anymore. It was possible behind those long grasses. The deers were moving across now, sensing the wild dog. And the wild dogs were trying to assess if the deer group was within a striking distance. They kept moving around, searching, figuring out where the deer herd was or how they may approach and attack the herd.
কি করছে রে?
दादा तो वो ठंडी में बैठ के रहते हैं कुछ कीड़े मकोड़े खा के।
ठीक है, तो वही ये मेरा दोस्त को दिखाने वो नहीं आया था पिछले बार।
क्या
तो ये नहीं आया तो इसलिए जगह दिखाने के लिए।
ठीक है ओके सर।
अभी वो बंद है नहीं तो अंदर भी गए रहे।
हाँ अंदर भी गए रहे थे, उधर नहीं क्या?
उधर से गए थे हम लोग।
हाँ तो वो अभी बंद कर दिया उन्होंने, डिपार्टमेंट ने।
और कंटिन्यू 15 दिन साइटिंग थी यहाँ पे।
हाँ
हाँ इसलिए वो बंद कर दिया।
इसलिए वो बंद कर
किसका साइटिंग?
और F2 और मेल टाइगर सातों साथ में।
इधर तक आते थे तब?
हाँ
ये
इधर
एरिया
तक आते,
उनका है ना?
ये एरिया
हाँ ना, इधर आते थे तब।
हाँ एरिया उनका है।
সাইটিং হলি বন্ধ করে দেবে।
गाड्या म्हणून ठेवलं पाहिजे। पुढे गाड्या गेल्या म्हणून माहित झालं आता.
सिस्टम आहे तसा।
Yet again, we were F2 and our 5 cubs. They gave us a long sighting on the bank of a water body. Unfortunately, again, those are present in my photographs and not out here in the video. What I captured is as they retreated back, mother calling all the cubs and choosing to move on. As F2 with her cubs moved on, we chose to move on. Thanks to F2 and her cubs, thanks to the pack of wild dogs, the Gothangaon safaris, both morning and afternoon, became extremely memorable and will be etched in our memories for a long time.